That's it.
Fire Friday, it is 6:14. We got a full studio in here, man. We're feeling like we up in Hollywood, right? Hey, Miss Red, how does this feel? Lights, camera, action. You know, we're rolling with Makosi today, man. She brings that kind of environment. How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Are you on fire? Yesterday when I was talking to you, you said you were not a morning person. Or are you a morning person?
I'm not a morning person, but I have to take coffee to do this.
Oh, wow. So how much coffee did you take today?
I had
because
2
you're on fire.
cups. I had 2 cups.
Is that normal?
Well,
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Well, very normal. Like, normal is relative, really, isn't it?
Now, I yesterday had a chance to be with your crew who are in the studio here. And I know this crew, man. You're rolling with the best. I know this guys.
They're awesome! Clever, Big Papa, and Maria!
Sure, you're going to blow up my equipment. All right, cool. So, tell us about the show. How's the program going? How's the TV program, Makosi Today, going?
Makosi Today has been awesome. It has been humbling. I never thought I could do something like that. I didn't believe I could do something like that.
What made you think of it anyway?
Well, Makosi Today must have been birthed like decades, just under 2 decades ago when I was 14. I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Oh, wow.
But opportunities meant that I had to, go to university and do what was going to pay my bills. But now that I can, do it as a hobby and as a vocation.
And that wasn't the case. You went to
England.
What, okay.
Yeah.
At what age did you go to England?
I was 17.
You were 17?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How did you end up there?
Well, I went to Roosevelt High School.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
I went to church. Yeah, I'm a bulldog.
So most of my friends were going to England, and I said to my mom I wanted to go too.
Right.
So I ended up in England.
So you went by yourself?
By myself.
Wow.
Oh, that's
no family, nothing, just by yourself?
Just by myself. And
are you adventurous?
Extremely. I will do anything once.
All right.
And
including?
if I enjoy it, I'll do it again. If I don't, I have it ticked on my bucket list.
All right, cool. Went on Google very quickly. Makosi Musambasi News. Then and now, pictures that upsetted you or that annoyed you from Nehanda Radio. What are those pictures? What was? I haven't gone into the pictures myself.
Right.
But tell us about them. What was that all about?
They journalists are like next level. they just
Next level.
When I was young, I was very adventurous. I'm still adventurous, and I did a lot of things. I'm very comfortable in my body, and
so you wouldn't call them stupid things that you did.
I wouldn't experience. I wouldn't call them stupid. I was young. And young people do things like that.
So you were annoyed that they were taking things from the past and trying to make it come.
Exactly.
This is who you are.
Exactly, because life is a journey, and I'm not there anymore.
Where?
So because I'm not there anymore, why live in my past yet I'm way ahead of you?
Catch up. Yes.
It's the ignition. Now available in Zimbabwe.
With Squad 7 on ZiFM Stereo, Friday the 9th of May, and we are your proud sponsors of this Friday and every other happy weekend in your life. We want to make you feel good, for you to get up and do something and help us have a progressive Zimbabwe. And speaking of progress, we're waking up with Makosi today. She's doing amazing things on television, and you had a nice stint out there. That exposure, is it working for you now that you had?
Well, when you say working for me, how do you mean?
Well, you're in Big Brother,
yeah,
and you're back here, and of course being in Big Brother and people knowing who you are, without you having been on Big Brother,
exactly,
would not have known who you are.
Exactly, yeah.
But that exposure, so is that what you maximize in
terms of your... Well, why I say how do you mean is I'm not a creature of fame. I prefer to have a very, very private life.
Right.
Makosi Today is, my mission statement is changing the face of Africa one story at a time.
Nice.
It's a little bit like CNN African Voices. So we have very inspirational Africans that come on and they talk about what they're doing and how they're changing the world. And it's not really about me, it's about the people. So when you look at Big Brother, you go on Big Brother to get famous and you get really famous.
Yeah.
Like
in your case, you go really famous. Yeah.
But then now, I just want my voice to speak.
Speaking of which, let's talk about your show.
Right.
Who are the most memorable guests that you've had on your show?
Well, those that haven't gone on yet are TK, of course.
Oh, really?
I really loved you, but I've
loved you too, girl,
I've had
right
more
back.
Chifamba. 14-year-old made it into the University of Zimbabwe. She's 16 now, and she's about to graduate.
Wow.
I've had
King Lo, I saw this
I had
morning. Yeah,
King
King
Lo
Lo.
and-
I'm talking about abusive
and
relationships and stuff.
exactly.
Have you been in one yourself?
Emotional abuse, not physical. I'm not an easy one to physically abuse because I would probably fight back.
Do you find that a lot of women maybe don't have that kind of spirit of fighting back and standing up for themselves? Do you?
Most women in Africa don't have the spirit to fight back because when you get to a certain age, you're expected to get married and have children.
So
and-
what advice would you have for them?
Well, I would say, if somebody is abusing you, just leave them. Like, don't wait for them to kill you, because right now on Sky, there's this huge case, Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah.
That would not have happened if you see the text messages she was sending him. He was emotionally abusing her.
Do you think he's guilty?
Well, until proven guilty, I just still think he could have thought it was an intruder.
Right.
But if he didn't, then if you're being abused, get out, talk to somebody, because you don't want to end up 6 feet under.
All right, we'll get some more about that on the sports. Makosi Today. This is Makosi Today.
Today. Okay, I have. Well, I was gonna pick this anyway because that's what I'm about. Like, that's what I champion and that's what I advocate about. Raped mother at 15. I'm just gonna read a passage from the story. A 17-year-old Pumula East girl who endured 12 weeks of rape at the hands of her uncle when she was only 15 in 2011, resulting in her bearing a child, says her life has been hell. Of course, her life is going to be hell. And can I just say, if you're a woman and you get raped, it is not your fault. It does not matter what
Do you think they tend to think it was my fault?
Of
Yes.
course they do.
Wow.
Of course they do. It is not your fault. It is not what you were wearing. You should be able to wear whatever you want to wear. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. Nobody has the right to sexually violate you. If you've been raped and your uncle, because this girl was raped by her uncle.
Yeah.
If a family member is
Every
raping
family
you,
has one of those
talk to
uncles.
somebody. Talk to
Yeah.
somebody, because this is happening every single day.
All right, thank you very much, Makosi. Do you think women get along? Is it difficult for women to get along?
I think it's very difficult for women to get along because of how we were brought up. We were brought up to think there's not enough room for all of us at the top.
Oh.
And especially in our African culture where polygamy was a norm. So we are just brought up to compete. But as you grow up and as you learn, everybody has their place in life, and there is a place up there for all of us.
Oh, wow, interesting. All right, let's talk about your Big Brother experience, okay? We were following her. We're like, go Zim, and then we're like, yeah, go Zim. All right, so that experience, did that really happen in the water, in the house?
Well, Big Brother for me, when I look back now, did more for Africa than it did for me, because I'm the first Zimbabwean that ever did Big Brother.
Yeah.
I'm the first African that ever did Big Brother, and then it came to Africa. So what happened in the house, man, it was minced and
Stays in
but look
Vegas.
at us now. Started from the bottom, now
Now
we're
we're
here.
here. I hear you, girl, man. And I'm telling you, after the whole Big Brother thing came out and then said Makosi is now escorting this one over here, was that true? What was that all about?
Well-
Is that UK media going crazy, or was that you going cuckoo?
Well, part of it was the media going crazy, but a lot of people don't understand me because I literally don't have a private life.
Right?
When
But now you said you do.
when I say I don't have a private life, I mean I don't put my private life out there.
Okay. Except
when-
when you're on Big Brother.
Exactly. So when people don't know what I'm up to on Big Brother, I came across very racy. So they must have thought, okay, she must be up to things like that. But I've never escorted anyone anywhere.
All right. Hey, we had a heart-to-heart talk yesterday.
Yeah.
I told you about my life and
Yeah.
how I got deported from South Africa when I was sitting right at the top.
Yeah.
And you shared it's not funny, pause.
It is funny because we got you here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. a better place.
Anyway, only you understand, bro.
I totally understand
So,
because I feel I went through the same thing. I went to England. I was, you had Destiny's Child, Akon, coming into the country saying the African girl that was on Big Brother.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get to Heathrow Airport one day, they say, we are not allowing you in.
Oh.
It was...
Keep your England!
It
and
was...
I'll keep my Zimbabwe.
To be honest, initially I didn't feel like that because I went to England when I was 17. So
you felt
England
like you were
for
part
me
of-
was home.
Yeah.
I felt like this is home for me. So when they said, it might be home, but you're not married here, you don't have children here, go back home. I'm like, where home? My parents' home, you mean? So I get back here, I think I get depressed for about 2 years. I hide. I literally hide for 2 years because sometimes Africans are not the most forgiving people.
Oh, and they're like having a party.
You go through something like that, they say it was your fault.
Do you find it's Africans or Zimbabweans?
I think Africans, because I've interacted with Nigerians, I've interacted with Ghanaians. It's Africans in general. So because they were not forgiving, I sort of hid and I didn't want to talk to anybody about it. And for some reason, people have made deportation what do you call it? Like it's like a curse.
Yeah,
but
stigmatization with that.
Yeah, there's stigmatization that comes with it. But you know what? What I can say to anybody who's gone through, who's been deported from a country that is not your own, what you need to know is your flag.
Yeah,
will always protect you.
I think we should start a group, you, me, and Teach.
There we go.
Fuji's part 2. All right, good. Lots of young women listening this morning, Miss Red included, and you've been through a lot, and here you are doing something progressive. You're talking to big people. You're moving forward. You're making something out of your life. You're not sitting down there and licking your wounds. What would you say is the most important, or maybe 3 keys in terms of just getting a progressive life and getting up and doing something? 3
keys to progressive life. You need a relationship with God because He is your maker, so He understands. It's just like I drive a BMW, right? My car has a relationship with my dealer because every 6 months I service it.
That's where it came from.
Yeah.
They know exactly how it functions. Nice.
For a car, you need 6 months to service, but for a human being, you kind of need every day to service. So a relationship with God is absolutely important. Hard work is absolutely important because it's not just going to come to you. You have to go for it. And number 3, look after your sisters. Like this morning, we are with my crew, we're on our way to Toko Makosi with some sanitary towels. It's important to look after your sisters because if I look bad, you know what I can say? If I look bad, there's some people in this world that can, when they think Zimbabwean, they will think of Makosi. So if you make me look bad on social media, if you make me look bad, you are making yourself
Is
look
that a lot
bad.
of that going around?
Well, everybody gets that. Everybody gets. They like to call them haters, but I call them family. If you look bad, say you look bad. There's some people in this world that will ever know TK as the Zimbabwean. Do you understand? So it is if I want Zimbabwe to go up, I support Zimbabweans around me. So it's important to look after each other. It's really, really important to look after each other.
I like that. What do you think of the statement that Poketo put out on Twitter in Shora a couple of days ago?
Oh, something about like Maure.
That one. Yeah.
Okay, you know what I like Pokelo? Why I like about her? She's youthful and she's queen of swag. She looks nice, but you know what? What people say about you does not matter much as what you say about yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's important for you to, even if people call you a hure. I don't know if I can say that.
You said it already.
Whatever people call you, it's important for you to not to repeat it, and call yourself what you want people
as you
to
see
call
yourself.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Quickly, final question. What is the last thing you watched on TV?
CNN News.
Without looking, guess what time it is?
7.
Seen anything weird lately?
A lot.
A lot?
Yes.
One thing?
Like the bus that's taking me to Tokyo because he's quite weird.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Zimbabwe.
Nice.
Zimbabwe.
If you became a multimillionaire overnight, what would you buy?
A private jet, of course.
Tell me something about you that most people don't know about.
I can split.
You can?
Flexi.
Oh, really?
Flexi.
All right, we want to see that. We want to see that. Yeah.